folks. Hope everyone's doing well. Back with another episode. Last episode, I said we were going to clean this base out. We cleaned it out. We didn't get a whole lot of stuff. We go in here to the inventory and we look down here. I think about the only thing we really got was the guitar, crayons, and I think one of these bears. All this other stuff we got at the main base that we started with. And as far as canisters, we only ended up with, I think, maybe one fuel, a couple batteries, and one petro. I did go ahead and make me some bullets. I did make the, what else was it that I made? Some ammo. Got both guns. Guess that's really all I made. So we took all of our scraps and put it in here, grinding away. Yeah, we still got it. These bullets here, I don't really care for. They don't really use me, and I don't really care for the grenades stuff. I don't use none of that. I might as well recycle it. Get better use out of the material. We didn't go very far, so I don't really think 14.3. You know what? Let's go ahead and snatch it up while we're here. Yeah, we'll get it emptied and we'll drag it till we get over there. Like I said, I think you only get 14.9 or something like that. So, see, it gives you a couple bio waste. Oh, there was one of those hazard garbage cans on there, and I did collect. I think there was 2 of them. I think you get 4 out of each one. So I did get a couple from that, but you definitely get it from that dragon. Okay. Let's see what we got going on. Man, something stuck up there? Sometimes they get stuck. Oh, and another thing too, like I was saying, we would probably level up, and we did. We leveled up. So we'll go ahead. See, look, there's the green ones. We got green ones, seaweed. So we'll put that in there, and this is all the stuff we got off the bottom. There's not a whole lot, but a little bit of scrap material count. We got more than bullets that I don't care for. Oh, you know what? I don't think that. Yeah, we can't recycle bullets. That's why they didn't give it right back to me. All right, well, that's good to know. We're done. Okay. Shut this off. All right. So. Off to the main voyage. It's still a little dark outside. I mean, what did I say daylight? I meant dark. So we'll lift off from here and we'll head over to the beacon and get this mission under control. Now these little red balls that you see in the water outside of the mines, they spit out these little creature worms, which are more aggravating than anything. Once they touch you, they explode. You know, they look suicidal, they killed herself, and then the light killed them too. But they only spawn at nighttime. Stay away from that bomb over there. We're out of range now. Did I drop the fish net, guys? I don't remember if I did or did. Yeah, I guess I did. Alright. We're in some stormy weather. Like I said, a lot of stormy weather in this game. Rains a lot, storms a lot, day or night, it don't really matter. Are we off course? Yeah. Alright. There's the map we're starting to unlock a little bit of. Slow down a little bit. Hopefully the storm will pass by before we get there. Can't really see what the hell you're doing right now. Even when you zoom out into zoom out mode and it's storming at night like this, you can't see nothing. You can't really see this beacon until you get up pretty close to it. We're getting real close. You can see a little bit.
The beacon is here, silent and dark. The systems here sleep without power, and without their signal, we drift aimlessly. Bring back the power and awaken the beacon's voice to guide us forward.
Alright, got a new mission. Yeah, I dropped the anchor because I didn't want to hit one of these mines. I couldn't see where they were. I didn't want to run into them trying to dock this thing. But it's starting to get daylight. So we can pull the anchor up and ease on up here. Now we can dock the boat. We can dock the boat here. Like I was saying in the last video, some of these places you can't dock. And some of them you can't. Now once I unlock the rifle, I'll start shooting these explosive mines on the water. Start getting rid of them. So try to ease up here. So what I try to usually do is I try to ease up here, get kind of close, drop the anchor, run out here, grab one of these, see if we can get, ooh, let's hope we get close enough. Bring it way down here and plug it in, and then pull the anchor, and it'll slide right up next to the dock. Now, there's something that I have noticed, is that if you tie this thing off to the dock using the using these two ropes here, and if you just leave it like that, that this thing will get hung up under when the tide, I guess there's an out tide, in tide. These things, the edge of the boat right here will get hung up underneath these, and you'll tilt your boat sideways, like in a major way. So what I try to do is I just try to wait till this thing sucks you up next to the dock. And then I'll drop the anchor, and then I'll pull these lines off. That way it's just floating. Oh look, the anchor. The anchor's on the dock. Dang. I don't know what's gonna happen now. I'm gonna try to drop it, but it's sitting on the dock. This might not work out like I want. I know this back anchor will drop in, but I ain't too sure about that front one there, so let's see what happens. Let's see if it glitches through the dock or what. It is. Yeah, it dropped. Alright, so we know the back one dropped. I don't really know what's going on with the front one up here. Let's see. She is still on the dock. Huh. Well, folks, I might have to. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it. We're gonna just see what happens. It's not rough seas right now, so I'm not gonna really worry about it. But it's anchored in the back. That's good enough. All right. So now, what we got to do? We're gonna have to climb this tower. We're gonna have to get up there and repair it. First, we're gonna have to get some power run to this building. Oh look, we got the little guys. I just rather use the scrapper tool. Bang them in the head. Look at them. Little one-eyed thing. Like I said, these early game creatures, they don't do much damage to you at all. But the leader up here, these things. The thing you want to do is you want to get the tentacles around it, and that some light going here. Then the middle part will just explode. So first thing I like to do is really kind of just clean these little containers out. Where you at, little guy? Real quick. I'm not going to go around the whole base here and scrap everything just yet. We have enough materials to plop down oh, there you got them. We just got to repair them. I'll say most of the places that you go to, they all require you to hook up some kind of power to some kind of room to get into somewhere, to get into some door. And there's always usually an outlet like this right here where you manually open the door and you go in, and you always usually end up having a save and a health backup. See, here's one of these garbage cans right here that gives you the bio waste planner later on. But it's usually always the same scenario. You got this thing here, whether it's functional or non-functional, and you end up with a spot in the wall, and you end up with a hose. You just got to hook it to this. And usually every place has some sort of Bob out there looking at me through the window. I usually have some sort of either solar, usually have solar and wind turbine together. And you basically just gotta power this building here, which turns on all the lights, and then it gives you the ability to go into the main facility creature. They're all some kind of robotic form. Like I said, there's gonna be these little canisters laying everywhere for electricity, for fuel, and for petra. Well, if there's one of them booster canisters. Like I said, we're not gonna really worry about scrapping everything right now. What we're gonna do is we're gonna concentrate on getting this one here repaired. This one repaired. I don't see I don't see no wind turbines. All I see is these. So, I think what we're gonna do. Well, for now, I think we're going to just see what happens. So grab us. What am I after here? Connector. Okay, grab one of these. While we still got some daylight out here, and it just stopped raining. These things are to get this thing here crunked up pretty good. Let's see what happens. Run back in here, flip the switch. Oh yeah, we got lights, we got power. Oh, get the whole grinder out. All right. Now we're gonna go in this facility. I'm gonna deal with these little different creatures. Now the red ones here run from light. The pink ones are attracted to light. So you want to get to the red ones. You really need to turn the light off. They don't really like to come to you. Now when you get into the range, they'll fuck with you, but for the most part, they hide in a corner or try to stay away from them. Pink blobs, they just aggravate. Alright. Oh, God. They're over here just all hiding out in the corner. Alright. Get rid of them. Is that it? Is that all of them? Okay. Oh, there's a couple more over here hiding. Now, as soon as we click this light on right here, they're all probably, if there's any left in here, they all take off running for the ceiling. I'm gonna flashlight these things come to me. You usually turn the lights on, they scatter too, because they don't stay in a big ball like all together. But if you go in the dark and you turn the flashlight on and point towards it, for the most part, they'll come right to you. Got all of them. Oh, there's another one blobbing around up there. Oh, there's another one. As soon as you flash out, hit them with that light. They come right to you. Alright. And they do some weird stuff too, man. They get all glitched out, and look at that one up there hugging the light. I have to shoot him. Alright. Oh, I think it's more. Where's the red one? We can't pop him. What we got? Any more of you little buggers hiding around up here? Where y'all at? Come on. I haven't made the special bullets for him. Look at this guy up here. Bing. Get him off there. Poor fella. I think that's about it. Alright. Now we got that. Let's kick this power on here. Okay, yeah. So there's a room down here that requires a level 3 clearance, which we do not have yet. So it's one of those things that you can come back to if you want or not. You know, that's entirely up to you. There's plenty of resources in the game to not really have to come back other than completing, if you're wanting to like just complete the whole mission thing. It's this right here. See, it's got a level 3 on it. And them cylinders right there, now you might want them. They have the ultra high tech. But other than that, everything's just basic in there. You know, that's a high tech computer screen. But yeah, you can come back to that. I'm pretty sure we get the level 3 clearance when we get to the first seed, the facility where you get the seeds from, like the seed bank where they're generated. Once you unlock the map and you get all the other seed ones, like the main mission is going to tell us to go to this facility and power it up and, you know, do the whole normal thing. And then there's a bunch of seeds in these things that we got, these pods, whatever they are. And then we got to put them in these seed tanks and load them up and take them to the Lazarus and turn them into humans. And you're on a time limit. You have a certain amount of time that you have to do this by. I guess before the human seed thing ain't no good no more. So, what we got going on here? Oh yeah, we're gonna have to power this up because I remember now. We have to go up here. I don't know if you remember me mentioning in one of the other videos, but one of the things that we have to do is we have to get access, and that's where we'll get the level 3's access later on, is through this thing here. So when you click on this and you scroll down, we're going to acquire the authorization to open this door. So that's to be able to get into this room here. Ooh. Once these little guys come running out at you.
The communication array is damaged.
Don't talk to us.
Repair it, recharge the relay, and let the beacon speak again.
Yeah, so she's telling us we got to power this thing up and get it going. So the requirements for that are to run a power line up here. think we can. Yeah, power button. Alright. But to power that up, we got to run us a line up here. I usually just go around and pick up all the loot that you can hold down the pickup button there and just grab all of that real quick. Let's see here. So it's the yellow ones. Only the yellow ones are the only ones that give you the. Look, it's nighttime, so the power, the solars has gone out. It's the yellow one that gives you the bio waste only. Alright, so we gotta run power there, but now we got to climb up here to the top. We got to repair the beacon at the top. Now, make sure you got the materials on you to repair it. You're gonna get all the way up to the top there and you ain't got the materials to fix it. You gotta climb all the way back down. Collect your materials and bring them back up. I mean, it's a lot easier to do this stuff during the day than it is at nighttime, but we're here at nighttime, so we're doing it. And these stairs are tricky sometimes, because you got to jump from one spot to another without falling. Some of them can be pretty tricky. I found that if you look up, now don't look down and jump, because then you'll jump downward, but always try to aim upwards and just go for it. Tap the button so you jump and grab. And there's a couple of them that are, I fell quite a few times trying to get a hold of this thing. Alright, let's feet fall. Why is he still hanging there? He's still hanging there. Get all him. Get all his resources. I mean, yeah. So like with the ladders, the same way. Just look upward. Just back up and just run and jump and grab at the same time. I've missed it quite a few times, believe me. Okay, grab this. And this is what we gotta repair. So it looks like you need copper, plastic, and iron. Very easy resources to come by. And yeah. Once you get up there, that's easy. Like if you didn't have the resource and had to go back down, you just click the ladder, you run back down to the bottom and grab your resources and come back up, and you won't have to go through that whole jumping to try to get up here. Once you get that all powered up or repaired. Oh yeah, that's little wormy things. Now these little things are just a pain in the ass, but they run from the light and they explode when they hit you. We gotta run it faster. Alright, so we got that. Back down, and we need to run power. What's attacking me? Oh, one of me, guy. What you got going on, buddy? We gotta take this power outlet. We got to go down here. Ooh. Come down here. We gotta plug it in here. Alright. These little wormy things, man. They don't do a lot of damage, so it's not like they're gonna drain you dry. But they're just annoying. Very annoying. So yeah, see, it's nighttime, and these solar panels are not helping you one single. Always go wormy. Now, if this thing was lit up, they would be up here on the platform. Being they're here, they give you the bio. The more you kill them, the more these things you get. You ain't really got to kill them. All you got to do is just stand still and they'll crash into you. Like I said, they do very little damage to you. I mean, if you wasn't using a mod, or you're not using a mod like me, then you might be a little more cautious, because it does do damage. They do damage. Look at these little fuckers. And that's them red balls out in the water that I was telling you about. And that's what triggers these little fuckers. I don't know if I want to go ahead and put down a... I don't know if I want to go ahead and put... Oh, it's turning daylight. I guess we ain't got to worry about it. Alright, so... I was going to put down a solar... wind turbine to get this power hooked up back up, but we're good to go for right now. We got daylight power. This thing takes a little bit of time too. That's another thing. So once you do get the power hooked up, it charges this. Oh, what's up? We did repair it. We got power going in here, in here. Put it in here. Oh, we ain't got it plugged in there. Okay. Had me a little messed up there for a minute. We got to put us one of these somewhere around. I guess that'd be good enough. And then we'll take this, put that into there, take this, put it over here, put it on, input into there, grab that, plug it in. But now, yes, it's lighting up. We should be able to do something here. What we got? Yeah, so we're gonna have to wait for this thing to charge, and it takes a little bit of time. So while we're doing that, we get to do the fun stuff. We get to scrap everything. Everything. Oh yeah, I forgot. We leveled up to level 8, so where we could buy the storage. So you know what? I think I'm gonna do. So we're gonna need to get that charging too. I think we're gonna just go on down here, and I totally forgot about that. Should have done that when we left the... Now it's going to rain, so the power's probably going to shut off, and you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Just bite the bullet and drop down. Let's go over here to skills. Let's go ahead and get this bigger one and unlock that. What else did we need? Laser. I want to unlock the laser. Unlock this. And unlock this. I think that's about all I want to unlock for right now. Yeah, the biggest thing I want. Oh yeah. Well, I get sidetracked with you people. What I want to do is I want to put this one right here. Oh yeah, you cannot build with something in your hand. All right, so now we got to grab this, and drop it right about here. I want to be close to this plug in. Drop that in there. So now hopefully that'll be enough to keep that juiced up to where it'll stay charging even without the solar not working. Are the anchors still up on the dock? Yeah, okay. Now, I am going to take, where do I want to put these? I guess I'm going to do it down here. I was going to put them up there, but I think what we're going to do, man, the bag flew off the thing, so I just want to get rid of that. I think what I want to do, if possible, I want to I keep getting to unmantle or mantle bump tool. Alright, let's get this going here. I don't want to put it over there. I want to see if I can put it up here. I want to put them on this bit. It's hard working with this stuff in the when it's wavy outside. It is pretty fucking annoying actually. Wait, alright, booyah. We got that one. Yeah, when it's wavy outside, it is definitely a challenge to try to play stuff when you got OCD. Alright. I'd like to get 6. Is that 6? Find out. Alright. Let's grab us another one. Come on, buddy. Lock in. Yeah, what a pain. That's what we're going with. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if we can get this to lock in over on this side. Oh. Oh. No? I missed that one, huh? There we go. There we go. It's not the prettiest in the world. They're not lined up exactly right, but they will. Guess we're short some materials for this one. Oh, we might not have enough of. Yeah, So we do not have enough of silicone. We are out of silicone. Hmm. Alright, well at least we got these. So what we'll do, plug this into here. Grab this one, plug it into there. Grab this one, plug it into there. This into there. This into there. Oop. I guess it don't really matter. We don't have silicone for that one. So we'll just let that go. Now it's going to drain the boat first. And then, um, I don't know if we got the material to build two of these. I'm not sure what it requires. I'd rather have the bigger one. Yeah, we don't have what it takes. We're gonna have to wait on that. All right. So we got that going. That's gonna start giving us some electric storage. So now we just start look up there at the top. It shows top left the charging. So we got a little ways to go. So we might as well just go ahead and get all this stuff cleared. I just want to get everything going because I knew it was going to take a little while for that to charge up, and there's no sense in clearing everything and then setting that up. Then you're still stuck waiting. So we might as well take that wait time and put it to use. And that's why we did it that way. The canisters weigh quite a bit of weight, so if you're just playing the game regular without any mods, then you might not want to store too many of them tanks in your inventory. To be frank with you, that's something I wish they would allow you to have a little more of, because you don't get much inventory storage. It doesn't hold, a lot. And then it doesn't go by item. It goes by weight. So canisters full of whatever fuel, they weigh quite a bit. So you want to be kind of careful of how many of these you load up in your inventory. I wouldn't keep but just 2 electric ones in my inventory, and that's just so that you can plug in and use this grinder without having to worry about keep going and charging up. Because it does suck your battery life out of you. Alright. Even these poles things, they're plastic. You will need lots of plastic. You will need lots of fabric, lots of plastic, and a lot of metal. Now let me just say this. Now when I say scrap everything because you're going to need it and later on, it's true. But if you're the type of person that is just trying to get to the game and get to the end and not have to and don't really care about pretty, then you can basically get away with not needing near as many near as many scraps. Because why I say, get as many scraps as you can, is because I have OCD and I like to put everything symmetrical. I like to run all my piping in straight lines and use the connectors to make everything nice and neat. If you ain't concerned about that, then you are not going to need as near as many materials. You just going to just run it wherever it falls and shortest distance and all that, just so you could get everything operational, then you will not use near as much resources. But if you want everything to look cool, like there's going to be 3 major areas that you're going to probably spend most of your time and your efforts into fixing up or making look and function properly. Is the Lazarus complex where you make the humans, because you got to have like water, fresh water, and lots of electric. You need the food maker, and there's just some things you need, and you gotta set all this stuff up in a way that it's gonna run these. I can't remember what these pods that create the humans. You gotta put all these ingredients in there. Then you gotta. It doesn't take that long to create it. Like 10 minutes or something, but just running the piping and stuff for the water and all that. You could make it look ugly, or you could make it look nice and neat, and spend the extra resources to make it look nice. The other one is going to be where you launch the rockets, the spaceship facility. There's quite a few components there to get that operational. You got to make oxygen and methane, which requires extra resources and extra specialized equipment to operate things up. And the other one is going to be your boat. Setting up your boat to work for you the way you want it to operate and function. And I've already gave you my input on what I think use the boat for, which is storing all your findings and packing it with fuel and electric, so you can just cross the map without having to worry about running out of gas or running out of power. And as far as when you get, a lot of people, when they get to the oil rig, they want to set up a big fuel making process there. I'd rather set it up on a boat, instead of setting up on your boat the methane and the oxygen and the fresh water shit. I'd rather set my boat up for fuel and electricity. Well, like I said, people play it different ways. There's a lot of videos out here showing you their way of doing it, but this is my way, and I'm just trying to help you guys and girls out about what to do and how to get there and all that good stuff. Alright, so it's saying that we are ready to power this jewel up. Now, pretty sure got about everything cleared off outside here. Now we just gotta finish wrapping up the inside. As we're inside working around in there, we'll go ahead and flip the switch. And then it'll unlock the map. And the old gal will tell us to head to the seed bank and grab ourselves a human seed and rush it back to Lazarus Complex. But that's the fast way to do this. Once we flip this switch, there's going to be some locations that are going to unlock that we're going to see on the map that we're going to want to go hit before we get all crazy with the story, the main mission. They don't really give you like side quests, but you just kind of create your own side quests. Because they give you all these other facilities that are on the water, like gas. They got these little emblems, like satellite, solar panel emblems or whatever. They're all basically just places you can go scrap all this stuff. Loot spots. Don't really pertain to the main mission. They just got places where you can just grab all the resources and loot, like we're doing right now. And the further you go, the better the loot gets, and you start getting different materials and stuff to work with. Okay, so we got all that. Go ahead and flip this.
Alright, is alive again.
Now on the map, you see this is where we started.
Once hidden.
This was the little area that we went and cleared first,
complex,
and now we're here.
Humanity's greatest hope.
So now
seek it out,
she's going to tell us to go over here. And I'm pretty sure we got to power this up or something first. And then she's going to send us way on up there to some seed, to the seed bank. But for now, these 3 locations right here we can explore before we even go over here to the Lazarus. Like I said, this one here is just up above the water, the gas station above the water, and these here are underwater. And depending on which ones, depending on the depth. Some of them are way down, some of them are not so far down. So that's where we're at. But for now, I am going to finish scrapping everything. You want to grab all these little TV things because they all have tech scrap. Tech scrap is what gives you higher tier materials to work with. Certain tables you can't, like these kind of tables, you cannot dismantle. Okay, that does all that in there. If you take the time and just go around all these different areas and just scrap everything, you will definitely have plenty enough material to build whatever is requested of you to build. I just came short on silicone to build that last storage tank. So I haven't scrapped enough materials to be fully stocked on that one. We just gotta scrap it all. There is wikis on the internet that show you, you know, what materials or you know what you gotta scrap to get what, silicone or whatever. I don't really keep up with all what gives what. I just dismantle everything that this little tool let me dismantle. And that way, hopefully, when it's requested to build a certain thing or you need certain things done, you'll always have the materials to build it. You do a lot of crafting. Lots of crafting in this game. Like I was saying, depending on just how elaborate you want to get with your build, this is how much raw materials you're actually going to use. What was down there? Was there anything special? I don't know. Find out. What we got up here? We got a few little scrappers. Everything helps. Rubber. Use quite a bit of rubber too. They do give you plenty. Look, there's a memory. Saw. Doesn't seem like much, but every little bit adds up. You know, like with these boxes, a lot of people don't waste their time with them. It gives you plastic and metal, and you use a lot of both. So I'm gonna grab all I can grab. Okay, so that does all that. All that up there is done. And all this down here is done. So, yeah, I think we have mastered our first outpost. Okay. You could even, I don't really bother with it, but you could dismantle these here too for rubber scraps and metal scraps sometimes, but I said I don't really bother with it. Now that we got the Beacon 49 up and operational, we have, where to save this? We have our all of our scraps. We need to see what we got on these tanks. We might have to. Yeah, let's drop my power way down. Man. Thinking about going ahead and scrapping all this stuff, but you're not really too good on power. Alright, let's just do it. Because I need silicone. And I'm pretty sure out of all this stuff, something's going to give me silicone. That in there. These. Drop that one. Drop that one. this other 50 up here in diesel generator here. That. Alright folks, I think that's going to do it for this video. It's been about an hour long, and we've accomplished our first mission, getting this beacon up and running, unlocking some of the map, unlocking the Lazarus complex. Next video, let's see, we might do like a time lapse, because we want to hit this place and this place. This is underwater. We want to try to hit these 3 facilities before we head over here. And just basically just same thing. It's all scrapping, finding stuff. So I might run all 3 of these together, like time lapse of video me clearing these 3 spots. The fuel station one, it just doesn't mean that it produces fuel. It just has a few fuel tanks that need to be repaired, and you know, pump the extra fuel out. You know, because here in the early game, you know, fuel is going to be an issue, and there is some free fuel there that you can get until you can, you know, until we get on up there where we get the oil thing opened up. But so for now, that's going to do it, folks. We are going to finish scrapping this, try to finish getting that electric storage done, and probably gonna hang out, wait for these tanks to charge up a little bit. Not gonna really concern myself with like getting them max powered. If I can get them over half, we'll be in good shape. You don't want to try to leave out of anywhere with that little bit of electricity. That's not going to get you too far. So, I'm going to wrap this up, and yeah, like I said, the next video will probably be a time-lapse video of the 3 different locations that we're basically just scrapping and collecting loot and collecting the memories, you know, and go from there. So, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace out, folks.